So what was most challenging for you? What was so different about actually starting a company? And what were some of the hurdles you had to overcome?
So I think that the key thing for me was I had no idea what I didn't know more than anything. I mean, for that just is a blanket
The story of my
statement.
life for a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
the
things.
beginning and the end, right? It exactly. So, but I was willing to really take time to figure it out. And I look back too on probably, the hardest thing about this was that I didn't know anything and I was always asking questions and then, people would give a response and then I'd say, well, why is that? And now I look back on that and think that because I didn't have experience in the beverage industry, and when I asked that question, well, why is that? Then they thought, okay, well, she's never had experience in the beverage industry, so she's being sincere about actually asking. And then people would tell me, well, this is why, or they'd say, gosh, I don't know, actually. I usually deal with people who actually just
Just assume.
assume that it's right. So people would, stop and kind of catch themselves along the way just by communicating with me on, sincere questions of, well, why is that? And I think that that was really the most helpful. But that was probably, the most challenging thing. Here I had sort of grown up at AOL in many, many ways and felt like, had couple hundred people working for me. I was sitting at the top of, I was, one of the youngest vice presidents at AOL. Had this big group and, you know, nice gig going. And then suddenly I'm going back down to the bottom, even though I'm the CEO, there's like just me running the company, right? And, lifting cases, actually running product and doing everything, just around like every possible thing that there was to do inside of the company.
You
And
were
I
a
was
company of
willing to
one.
do that. A company of one. My husband actually joined me early on.
Yeah.
I think he felt sorry for me that I was the only one doing it. I had 4 kids under the age of 6.
Oh my gosh.
I had childcare helping me out, but I was like, I'd tell him to come in the car with me while 2 kids are in the car seat so that I could run into the store while he waited in the car with the kids. And I mean, it was crazy, but it was great.